Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Top Gear Making Fun of Americans Compilation Part 4. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. Give us your worst.
It's to the nearest foot.
Come on, you wazzock.
An image of aggression and anger, but unfortunately the job of naming it was given to someone from Birmingham, so it's ended up being called the Fury. The chassis of an American Le Mans racer, which is the same as a European Le Mans racer, only fatter. This ride is totally unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. It's an American car, that's why the ride's so hard, because hey, it's sporty. That's sporty, got no suspension, it's sporty.
Ooh.
It doesn't actually need much fuel, the rate it's going, it'll be round in seconds.
It's an American car, more cup holders than cornering, I reckon. Look at that.
Something I can't stand. It's beardy, sanctimonious, patronising Americans in tartan trousers coming to England and trying to persuade us to turn it into a museum.
The tyres, they are both clicked through there. It's the inbred lunatic versus a car with no sense of humour, and they're pretty much neck and neck. Just 3-speed gearbox. The Americans, of course, terribly confused by the concept of 4 or 5. 6 is something they don't understand at all.
Oh my God!
Great Britain or something.
But it's why is it called a teepee that fascinates me. That's the Americans are going to come and steal it and let you build a casino where it used to be.
That means it's actually faster than a Dodge Viper, so it's better than what the Americans can do when they get hold of an American engine.
A year had passed since Katrina had blown through, and we sort of assumed that after 12 months the wealthiest nation on earth would have fixed it. But we were wrong. How can the rest of
There's so many places that ain't even been hit by a hurricane that look this bad. You feel me? It's a big wealth disparity over here in the U.S. It's a lot of people under that poverty line.
America sleep at night knowing that this is here?
I feel that.
You know how the insides of American cars
Are chintzy.
well, they're chintzy, and also the buttons have massive writing on them, and they sort of go, hey, wipers!
Do you know why that is? Why it's got writing on the buttons?
Right, instead of symbols.
Instead of symbols. Because everywhere else in the world, we acknowledge people speak different languages. They write wiper because what is French? Yeah, what is French?
Using a variety of ethically sound ingredients, and that means I won't be beholden to evil American corporations that murder baby bees and snap the beaks off chickens.
The American government came out and said Area 51 was real.
chicken.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing because it's aviation testing place. It's Edwards Air Force Base.
Yeah, they say that. They'll never tell you exactly what it is. 62.
Roswell was a nuclear experiment, I think, called Mogul.
62% of Americans believe in intelligent alien life.
80% of Americans don't have passports. Hammond.
What?
I do believe in aliens. I just don't believe that we could be the only planet with living beings. You feel me? I feel like there has to be life on other planets. Maybe not human life, but aliens. They gotta be. If you think of how big the universe is, the galaxy, dog, there's gotta be other life than just us. There's got to be aliens out there. Now I'm 100% sure. Of course not. Never seen one. But I do believe they gotta be out there. They have to be.
Intelligent alien life.
80% of Americans don't have passports. Hammond.
What?
In America, there is a Corvette museum, okay? There's a photograph of it here. Now, as we know, the Corvette enthusiast in America is quite
heavy.
Yes, they're bigger gentlemen, are they?
Big bone.
Well, one of them visited the museum this week, and this happened.
Must have been a big one.
That was a big hole, and apparently 8 cars fell into it. There's a shot of him looking down. Look at that.
Oh, God, that's painful to see.
Damage was estimated at $37.
Was it? Was it?
We can't go that way, because those are the woods of North Carolina. Squeal like a piggy.
Oh, I don't want to squeal like a piggy.
And it's full of Huron who cut your head off, last of the Mohicans. Yeah, I saw that. So that way, down there.
What's over there?
NASCAR country. 90% of the world's NASCAR teams are in that view.
Banjos, Huron, good old boys, V8s, stakes.
Absolutely, V8s. No, Hammond, you can't drive a Corvette in England. It's like talking in a lift. You can do that in America, you can't do that in Britain. In fact, we should have signs at Heathrow telling American visitors, please drive on the left and don't talk in lifts.
Yes, whatever, but I think that looks stupendous. It looks great.
Yes, it would look stupendous in Texas, but it would look ridiculous in Tewkesbury. It would. Hammond, if you bought one of those and drove it around in England, the next thing you'd do would be hanging up a Confederate flag outside your house.
12 cases in the States of
Maybe.
children having their fingers amputated by them. And so as a result, they've recalled all the pushchairs. But the pushchairs are the same all over the world, and it's only in the States that they're recalling them. Not over here, for instance. They're...
No, there's a very good reason for that, though. I think it's because British parents are more, what's the word I'm looking for? Intelligent.
Yes.
I see. Can't have it. Can't have it. Got it. You ain't finna come at us like that, mate. You ain't finna do it, mate. I don't know what the reason is. More intelligent? I disagree.
Yeah. Because how could you... I can't shut this buggy down. There's these little pink things in the road.
I got the kid screaming his head off. Shut up, Junior. That's got it.
Stop yelling. There you go.
Now,
The Italian Job. Probably one of the greatest films for those of us who love cars. There's going to be a new one. There's a remake coming up. The Americans are doing this one.
oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There are going to be a few differences. First of all, the previous one was shot in Turin.
Yeah.
Beautiful Italian city. The new one is going to be shot in the beautiful Italian city of Los Angeles, which technically isn't Italian.
No.
Well, hang on then. If it's not in Italy, is it going to be called The Job?
It doesn't actually specify that there's going to be a job.
Right, so it's The. Out now, The.
And who are they going to get to play Michael Caine?
Well, probably Vin Diesel. He's doing everything else, isn't he?
Because who did they get to do the remake of the Get Carter?
Stallone.
It was Stallone, wasn't it? You can't have him going, only ask you to blow the bloody doors off.
I no Sylvester Stallone disrespect, you feel me? We would not be having none of that. So Sylvester Stallone is a freaking treasure. Rocky, the movie series, is my favorite movie series of all time. I could watch it all day, every day. We will not have the Stallone disrespect. You can disrespect America all you want, but not Stallone.
The other thing about the Italian Job is, you know, when it ends and the bus is sort of teetering on the brink of disaster, and then Michael goes, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
If it's an American, it won't be a great idea, will it?
No, that's true.
They'll just be rubbish, and then there'll be a huge explosion in which some British people will be killed by accident. Tom Cruise will come down in a parachute.
Yeah.
And it'll be a rubbish film.
Yes.
Okay. Is anybody else feeling slightly conspicuous in their car? Not looking anyone in the eye. Not looking anyone in the eye. It's a small dog. I'm not here making a noise. Just minding my own business.
I've selected the bumpy road setting for my suspension.
What about the bulletproof setting for your windows?
There's that man walking along playing with his testicles.
The population here a few years ago was 900,000. Now it's down to 500,000, around the same as Sheffield.
God.
And the reason for the decline is almost everybody has been murdered. This plane is the work of genius. It's so clever, I'm surprised the Americans haven't claimed they invented it. And before they get any funny ideas, I thought it might be a good idea to pay them a visit.
Oh my God.
We invented everything. Without the British, you wouldn't even be here. We gave you Fleetwood Mac and Oasis and The Who and Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones and Genesis and Pink Floyd. And what did we get back in return? What did you give us? I'll tell you what you gave us. Michael Bolton. Thank you very much.
Condensed milk.
My, how you've enriched the world with the stupefyingly
Okay,
dull.
buddy. Quiet down. Very peaceful neighborhood. You've had your say. No more. And you've had your warning.
We invented the police force. We invented.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take a ride down.
We invented the U.S. Navy. Did you know that?
Nice warm cell.
Are they handcuffs? They're British. Painful.
Are they handcuffs? They're British.
Police brutality, that was one of ours. They put me in a car. A German invention, that, you know, got nothing to do with you lot. Do you know how many American components there are in Concorde?
Not interested.
Well, you should be, because I'll tell you how many there are. None!
Oh my God.
Nothing at all. Of America land. I've never liked coming here. Every time I come here, I feel like the only civilized human being at a garden party for very rich apes. It's a Shelby Mustang, two words that go together like stars and stripes or McDonald's and fries.
Love
because
McDonald's
of this first, and because
and
Americans
fries.
think £2.20 a gallon is expensive, a lot of people in the trendier bits of America are now switching to the god-awful Toyota Prius. The American racer Danny McKeever, who knows this place like the back of his burger. It's got a 3.8-litre V6 engine. And when it was new, that gave you 200 brake horsepower. How? We can get 200 brake horsepower from a vacuum cleaner. The American motorist wouldn't care very much for Jaguar's new XK8. They'd probably find its 4.2-litre V8 too small. And they wouldn't care two hoots that it's made from aluminum, so it's light and agile. Meet Billy Bob. He thinks Deliverance is a documentary, and his top three loves are, in reverse order, his cousin, his collection of guns, and at number one. And then
His reverse order, his cousin, his collection of guns. Bro, that's crazy.
just tie a couple of ribbons to the door handles, and it'll do perfectly well when the day comes for you to marry your sister. What's wrong with that? She comes from good stock, short and skinny, but she's strong.
She comes from good stock, short and skinny, but she's strong. Guys, that's all we got for part 4. Make sure y'all subscribe, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up. It's your boy Neal, out.